Well, hello, it's Adaire Palmer here, and I'm coming to you through Be Live in 5, and we are a wee bit late with our broadcast today, and we are a little bit, there's broadcasts out there that we've actually shared because we had the platform pre-scheduled, the broadcast pre-scheduled, and we actually had some technical difficulties in actually starting the show. So in all, with all of this advanced technology that we have, one of the biggest, most successful things that we have for using this platform is doing a refresh and starting again. If that doesn't work, then we shut down the computer and we start again, which is one of the, you know, sort of Control-Alt-Delete. I think it's like just restart, restart, restart. When you realize that you need to restart your computer when you are 4 or 5, 6 minutes over the broadcast start time, that's when it comes. It gets a little bit scary. We have the lovely Roy. I was going to call you lovely. Roy, you are lovely. The magnificent Roy. Thank you for jumping in and saying this is what you can do to get yourself on the air, because it was a bit hairy there before. So Roy, hi, and thank you. Stephen's here as well, Stephen Healy from Wiltshire in the UK. So we're truly global, even with us few people here at the moment. We are truly global. So we've got all the corners of the earth covered just about. So the US, the UK, and Australia. So I wanted to share with you today just a little bit about why I'm here, for those who don't know, and if you watch it back, because I'm sure that there are some amazing people looking into the recording when we're watching it back. I do know that there was a girl who wanted to listen to the or hook into the show, and I haven't been able to give her a copy of the broadcast. Maybe Stephen or Roy, could you help me? Because I've just got a message from her. She's saying, I wanted to watch your broadcast, but I clicked on the link and it's not happening. So if I copy the Be Live, the show host one, well, that's the wrong link to give her, isn't it? So I need to go into the page, thinking out loud here. I need to go into the page and send it to her in a message. So this is what you call, and I love that Molly Mahoney has she's got a recipe for this, a formula for this. It's called LOL, Learning Out Loud, LOL, Learning Out Loud, because it's like one of these things, if we get stressed or if we get worried about what's going to happen when we go live, I think nobody would do it. We'd all end up, you know, sort of basket cases if we let it bother us. But I think that there is so much to be learned and so much to be gained from actually persevering, and at some point there will be, because I'm sure even the TV stations who have been around for a long time have their hiccups and have things happen, and the power goes out or whatever, and they end up with having to do backup plan after backup plan. So and Roy is saying, change the word host to guest. Yes. Roy, she doesn't actually want to come into the show. She wants to just share it. So if I share it, what I'm doing now is I am actually on my other screen, and if I share and maybe tag her in it, she might see it. Change the word to guest and give it to your friend. So share on a page, share in a message, maybe share in a message, share in a private message. There we go. So she'll get it live and I will send it to her. So bear with me. You know, times like this when producers would be awesome. In fact, I was listening to Mari Smith not so long ago. I do a lot of listening to Mari Smith because she's pretty awesome. And she was saying that this is a whole new industry that's actually going to throw up a whole range of different jobs and different opportunities for people, because when you are a like a solo operator, solopreneur, and you've got to have octopus arms. You've got to be everywhere. It's a bit like being a young mum of a kid, a little kid, even a 15-year-old used to have octopus eyes everywhere. But it's actually a lot easier, I believe, if you do have someone to help you. So there's something to keep in mind, that if you are looking for some opportunities, stay tuned, because even though we did have some technical difficulties right now, there will be opportunities, I'm sure, down the track for people like me who are looking for people to produce the shows, so that I can just sort of breeze in and go, wow, this is what I have to say. That would be nice. Not I see Eve. Eve is down here. She's actually in the green room. She's my guest for today. Eve is an amazing lady. I'll just share with you the bio, and we'll bring her onto the show. But before I do that, I just want to share that I am using the Be Live TV app, and if you do want to have a look and try, give it a go yourself. And I believe that regardless of how many issues or technical difficulties that there are, this is one of the best opportunities that you can get to do lives with interviews. And I know things like the sharing screen, I actually use it for my close group, my private group that I run, the Facebook Code Breakers. And in the Code Breakers, I can share screens, I can do tutorials. What we used to have to leave the platform for, we can now do all in-house. So people they really don't need to go to 6 different places. They just turn up at the allotted time and hook in. They can come onto screen. They can have a discussion. You can have up to 10 people in the lobby, in the green room or the lobby, and bring up to 3 people or 2 people, and screen sharing PowerPoint screens. There's a whole heap of stuff that you can do with the platform. So I'm smitten with it. There is a group called the Livers group, which is also a support group that you can use, that will help you with any aspect. In fact, the guys, Stephen Healy and Roy here, they've just helped me out immensely, trying to get my this show up and running, apart from when I had that technical glitch. And also, if you're wanting to know how to use the platform, there's Tina, Shane and Stephen Healy have developed a Younique course that will teach you how to use the platform. And also you can have mentoring, 15-minute mentoring in how to use the platform. So what you can do is have a look above here, up here, and it will give you some links where you can go to get more information. Now, I would love to share with you about Eve. Eve has been very, very patient. She has been incredibly patient and still smiling. I can see still smiling. She is an amazing mumpreneur. She actually is, well, I believe she's famous for starting Adelaide Ladies Connect and taking it offline, which is what we're going to be talking about today, because I love to talk about ways we can use Facebook for good and not evil. So I only have good people on here, and we only talk about good things. Eve is also the owner of Boss Admin, which is a virtual assistant business, and she also has a business for, I'm looking over here because I've got your bio over here, Elegantly You, and she's a Younique presenter. I've used some of the Younique stuff, and I do love their mascara. I think it's awesome. So great stuff there. Eve has a 16-month-old cheeky girl that keeps her very busy, and also comes to the coffee catch-ups with the Adelaide Ladies Connect. So her purpose and her mission is she wants to help mums and women in business to not only look and feel good about themselves, but to be able to connect with other like-minded people. And I love what you've put at the bottom of your, I'll just bring you in. I love what you've put at the bottom of your bio here, Eve. She says it takes a village to raise a child, but the same can be said about growing a business. This is gorgeous. I love it. Eve is trying to build and create that village for the women of Adelaide. Now, that is brilliant. Welcome, Eve.
Thank you. Thank you. That's nice. Thank you so much, Adaire.
And I've just got a call coming through, and I'm just, no, I didn't answer it. Go. I'll tell you what, this is, I was actually, this is totally an aside, but of the fun we've had today trying to get what we're doing up and running. And it's really funny because I was watching the old, you're probably way too young to remember, but they used to have Hey Hey at Saturday back in the 80s.
I remember, yeah.
And they were showing some of the, before they had security, about when they first started the show, and they were all streaming, the shows were broadcasting live, and some of the stories that Daryl Summers told us about what happened, about people walking in off the street and about this. And I think that's, like, this is exactly, I'm going to cry. I'm sorry, I can't take your call right now. It's holding me up with a messenger. But this is almost like the same thing. You know, you've got probably a bit more control over this than what you have of live studio broadcasting, because, you know, if you decided that you're going to do something nuts, I could drop you out of the show. But when they're broadcasting live, it's like, well, let's cut to a commercial break or something like that. So it really is exciting times. So welcome. And Mika is here. I was talking to Mika. She's saying, welcome, Eve. I'm actually going to, I'm scheming with Mika because she lives up my way, and she's has her own business, and she's got a 5-year-old at home, and I'm hoping that I can bring her along on the 20th, but we'll talk a bit more about that a bit later. So I've got some comments here from Megan's just said welcome, and Roy is here, and I think Stephen is here as well. So I did say greetings from them, and anybody else who is here and watching, just pop in where you're watching from. This is something I think maybe Stephen has popped that in. Welcome to the show. Where are you watching from? It's really cool to find out where people are from. So just drop that into the comments, and we'll find out where people are from around the world. So, Eve.
Hello.
How did you get started? What was the idea that sort of came about for Adelaide Ladies Connect? Just to share that with us.
Yeah. So back in December, I started Admin Boss, and I was looking at ways that I could network. The traditional networking events I couldn't attend because they were either really early or late in the afternoon, and I couldn't bring Maddie along with me. So that was just a no-goer. And some of those events can be a little bit, I never in the past got a lot out of it. It was just like business card swaps, and you couldn't really relate to anyone and be personable. And I knew I had to jump out of the box and do something. So I put it out there, and I did my first coffee catch-up. Had 6 ladies attend. And I could have stopped then and there. But I don't know, I just kept going. So I was so nervous. I had one of my friends come along as my support, and another one couldn't come, but she sent me flowers on the day as well, so that kind of made it feel all a little bit special.
So where was your first one? Was it so
it was at Glenelg. We caught up at just it was Pure Boutique, I think it's called.
Okay. Yeah. And so you created a Facebook event?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. So I jumped on, sorry.
I was going to say, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Now, what came first, the event or the group? So how did that work?
Yeah, so first it was the event. I just decided to put something together, and I had so many issues because I didn't realise that I had a private event, so I kept trying to share it and no one could see it. So I had to restart it, and I did it as open. Rang up Pure, booked it in, and I booked it for 20 people. I was really hopeful that lots were going to come. But yes, I did the event and shared it amongst the different groups that I'm on Facebook, just trying to get traction and trying to get ladies on board. Yeah. And
then you had the 6 turn up, and so have you been doing it regularly? So I just was a bit distracted there with that third call that came through. This guy's He's actually, I do help. He's got a charity in Adaire, and I help them with some fundraising.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is using Facebook for good and not evil. Where I spoke to him today, and he's doing some work in Pretoria, and so I'll have to catch up with him later. But they've got a charity that they've set up, and it's called Raising Curtains, which is actually helping kids move into university study, because quite often they don't get that extended study. So great charity, but not awesome. Right now. Actually, I want this guy, and I'll talk to him as well. But so while I was distracted there for a moment, saying that you started the Admin Boss in December. And so your first actual physical catch up was in
May the 5th to be exact.
Okay, so 6 months, and then and so you've been meeting every month since.
So we've been having regular catch-ups, monthly catch-ups, and they were first a bit all over the shop, the first couple, and then we pinned down that it was going to be every third Friday of every month that we're going to catch up.
Okay, and so then what prompted you to start the group as well?
So I had my second catch-up, and I had about 12 ladies, I believe, that came along, and they were all really interested, and that's sort of when I had that light bulb moment. I'm thinking this could actually be something. This could be something really helpful. And the ladies that were there really enjoyed it, because our catch-ups are very laid back. You're not forced to share your business card around. You're not forced to talk to everybody. You go in there and you have a chat to whoever you like. And it's about making friendships and connections, because I think that's where the genuine need comes from. And then referrals are easier, and that support network is built around you. So that's when I had my idea. I'm like, maybe I should do this as a regular thing. Step out of the box and really try something. And that night, after the second catch up, I went home and I did the group, because I thought it's going to be easier to share the event through Adelaide Ladies Connect rather than through Admin Boss and get everything muddled up. So that's where that came in. Yeah.
Okay, so now I've just started writing here. So please share. So if people are watching, Mega, if you're still here with us, please share this broadcast, because we potentially have an opportunity to reach more people. Mega is in Adelaide, so her network. We were just talking about that total isolation that you get if you are a young mum at home, and you know, or even if you're a not so young mum at home, you know. And I know that you do encourage like the wide range, and I love that. I think the difference with what you do is that it is about involving and including the kids.
Yes, very much so. They are an important part. Bring them along, and it makes it fun. Sometimes Maddie's the only one there, but it's all good. She's running around, but it's so important, though, I think, to get them involved, and then something that you can share with them, and it's the memories that are made there as well, and then connections amongst the kids as well. So
well, and I know that I didn't make it to the last one, but the one before, there was actually quite a few kids in that one.
Yes, that was our biggest turnout of kids, actually. That was awesome. It was great to see.
That was really cool, and I was really pleased because my daughter came along and brought my grandson, which was, like, hey, we could have a family catch up, and I could have squishy cuddles and
exactly. It's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, I think that was really, really awesome. So
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
So just tell me a little bit about the group. So we'll focus now about like you had the troubles with the event, making it a private event. So this is all a learning process.
Yes.
As we move forward in our presence on Facebook and building a community, because I know that we've had the conversation about having a community online that is the same as offline. So you like, and I always say to people, everywhere you go, there you are. So, so if you are trying to portray yourself as something you're not online, it really is hard to keep up
that facade. Yeah, I don't think you can be too fake these days. I think you're going to get caught out one way or the other if you're not being true to yourself and being honest with everyone.
Yeah, and I actually think that it's so much more, such a relief when you just go. And I know with your group and in the group, it's like, wow, you can be yourself. It is pretty relaxed. It's although you might find that there might be some requirement to put some boundaries around posting and things like that. I don't know. But I did with the Women in Business, the group that I run as well, and I think it's more of an education process to get people to understand what the rules or guidelines might be of the group. Otherwise, it sort of ends up
gets a bit out of hand.
Out of hand. Now,
but I think it also gets people talking. And like if you have the different days, I think, it spurs just chatter between ladies. It's just really good. Sometimes, you can go a few days without anyone saying anything. But if you have the special days, people seem to be more active online. Yeah.
So if you're saying special days, so if you just want to explain what the special days are, then
yeah. So Monday we have special offers. So whatever special offers that the ladies have that they created over the weekend. Then Wednesday is promo day. So that's, you can jump on and you can talk about your business and what it is. And then Friday is collaborate day. And I'm still trying to work out how to best make that work. But I want the ladies within the group to join forces with each other. There's so many wonderful businesses within the group, and they can all really feed off each other and work together to try and make something bigger. So I'm just trying to work out how to make that work, because I think that could be big. And then anyone can ask for help on any day, and suggestions, and it just introductions and on any
so
days.
You've got three days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the rest of it a bit. Now that's really unusual, because that is the first group that I've been in where most groups have got the themes for 7 days, and then there's some more hashtag theme as well. And I kind of like having the spread across, so the in-between days are a bit sort of chilled, and you can put pretty much whatever. Is that how that
That's correct, I don't want to, at this moment, I think, because we're still growing, we've only got just under 140 ladies in the group, so it's still small enough to be able to control it. So I just want the ladies to have that freedom to be able to jump on and not have to worry about what day can I post certain things, because there's so many groups out there that everyone's involved in and they've all got their own rules. So I'm trying to be more of a laid-back approach, making it a bit easier.
No, I think that's awesome, and I think there's a real fine balance. And if you get the magic formula, you've got the jackpot.
Yeah, exactly. Just working that out.
And I think it is tweaking it, and it's a matter of like sort of playing with it a bit, because when we looked at the group that I've got, Women in Business, it's like everything was designed to promote, because when I didn't have the hashtags in place or the daily themes, people would just put their links in, and it just became really spammy and not a nice place to be. But and trying to get that, I love the idea of the collaboration. I love that.
I really want to make that something big. I really want that to be something special for the ladies to be able to use. It's just a matter of trying to work out how to make it work and how to get everyone on board with it. So it's the next step.
I know. And people go, great idea. Who's going to do it? I think there's I believe that, connecting in the group, getting to know people in the group, then meeting them offline. I actually think there's huge benefit in that, because then when you can come back to the group, you can introduce you can meet other people. You can go, I know that person would be, really good. You can actually do cross referrals, and then people do that to you, and it's really, I love it because it's really organic. And but trying to put some structure around that type of thing. So referrals are different from collaboration, but I think there's you'll get some. Actually, I'm just having some ideas as we're talking now. I think we could go off in a corner and do some,
Yeah, I think so.
I think I've got some great stuff planned for next year, early next year, on Facebook, and I think that there's 3 groups that I know of that are female focused and businesswoman focused in South Australia, and I think just some sort of even intergroup collaboration would be really, really powerful. So I think we'll have to get our heads together and.
I think so.
Because I like doing that. So. Yeah, and I think once you start, what I'm really impressed about is that, you know, sort of people go, oh, like, I'm too scared to do this, or because I was terrified to go on live TV. I was terrified to do a video, let alone going live. And then stepping outside your comfort zone and doing the stuff. And I know the first couple of meetups I held, and you know, it is terrifying. You know, it's like, what if it doesn't work? What if it's, you know, it's all wrong? And I think just actually stepping out there and doing it, you grow into the person that I love it. Roy has got
brilliant.
Yes, networking is not an event; it's a lifestyle. Now, Roy,
that's perfect.
Roy has got a movement called net friending. So Roy, can you pop a link to the net friending page? Roy and April do that. It's called net friending. I'm sorry, it's covering up your face there. I'm just going to pop that back down because it's like, it looks like food you've got. But it's like Roy and April run the net friending movement, and they founded this movement. And when I first heard of it, obviously it's all run through Facebook, I just went, wow, this is amazing, because it's not about networking, it's about net friending. So I sort of, my idea of it when I first heard of it was making friends on the net type thing. But it's actually there we go. So Roy's just popped the net friending page up there. So check that out. Give it a like. And they're online, I think, every day, really, for the net friending. They're online daily and helping people and sharing their expertise about how to be net friends and how to net friend rather than network. And Roy is the master of one-liners, and I'm just trying to think. The first question he asked me was, what? I'm going to say, I know it's wrong. It's like, you say, oh, no, it says it's frozen. Let me see. It looks like it's still streaming okay from my end. I don't know if you can hear me. It might catch up. Let me do a quick refresh. All right. So Eve's just dropped out of the. Well, Eve, if you can come back, please do. We'll finish the conversation. I've lost track of the time, and Roy is saying that on Sunday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, all are welcome to join us in the seat. Now, Roy, I was going to say what ticks you off, no, what turns you on and what ticks you off, but that's not what you say, is it? It's something else. It's what, so Eve is back. Let's pop her back into the show. There, so.
Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, that's okay. When we're doing the live streaming with the Be Live platform, I think it's about a 5, whatever it is, Mbps or whatever. I have no idea. Upload and I don't even know how much the download is supposed to be. But sometimes you get a little hiccup in the internet, and you'll sort of seize up or freeze up, and then you'll come back. But there we go. Roy has gone. This is what Roy asks people that when they first come on his show, what makes you tick and what ticks you off? And I can actually saying that in his American accent. I won't try. What makes you think and what teaches you off? I actually think that that is a brilliant question to ask people, because when we're friending instead of networking, something like that is going to get you to connect in a way that I know you're advocating.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, instead of saying, oh, hi, what do you do?
Yeah, I think I might have to write that one down.
Yeah, what makes you tick and what ticks you off. So, Roy, we're going to borrow that. We'll bring that down under. We'll make that our slogan. Our slogan is now, what makes you tick and what ticks you off. So, I quite like that. And he's got also what makes you laugh and what makes you cry. So, and I think this is, and I actually ran a workshop for a heap of people around, and it was for the Boomerpreneurs, the meetup group that I have, and it was around networking, but no, in the net friending way. We actually didn't even tell each other what we did right until the end of the 2-hour session.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, there was some people there, because I was working with Boomerpreneurs and Gen Xers.
Mm-hmm.
There were people there who were really going, this is nuts. What is this? I'm used to going up and walking in and getting my business card and going,
yeah.
ching, 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 you know.
Well, that's what the traditional ones are like. They're just really awkward, and it is that just throwing out your business card and hoping someone catches it.
Yeah, so we started with an icebreaker. It was 2 truths and a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was people had to, so, you know, do pair up and say 2 truths and a lie and introduce themselves, and then the other person would go and they would actually say what the 3 points were, and then they would say, and I think this one is the lie, but it meant that they actually had to really engage, study the person, and look for the signs, you know, using all those. You know, we know when our kids are lying.
Yeah.
And so, and that's how it started. Just normally you go around the room and you go like, hi, I'm Adaire and I'm from you know. And so this was a different way of doing it. And actually, most of the people there really enjoyed it. It was a couple that said, like, seriously, I'm here to do business. I'm not coming back. And I went, cool. I'll refer you to somewhere where you can do business. And Roy's saying, share it to me, through me. And I think that means that it's to me, through me. We'll have to ponder that one. So got any ideas on what that means? So, yes. So Roy has been, that's been awesome, having his one-liners, the awesome one-liners coming in. It must be stupid the clock where you are right now, Roy. I don't think this man ever sleeps. So, Eve, do you have a dream for the future, or am I sort of like, do you sort of see that, or is it something you just go, let's see where this evolves to, or...
So with the group, I have a vision for it. I'm just I just need to work out how to get there. So, yeah, I'm kind of taking each step as it comes, and that vision keeps sort of evolving and changing as it comes along. But I want to have that supportive tribe and just all these amazing businesswomen in Adelaide just supporting each other and very collaborating, just, growing it from strength to strength and just building these groups and getting known. Having it known around Adelaide, I think that's a big thing. I got we appeared in the Messenger, and that was like the biggest thing ever. It was in the Hold Fast area, and I felt like an absolute superstar at that point for the group. I thought it was amazing. It was
wonderful.
Awesome.
So where was that? How come I didn't know?
That was last month. I put it up. I'll put it up again in the group. But yeah, we had like a little blurby thing that saying that the event was on, so that was really exciting.
That's brilliant. Actually, didn't I say check on the online messenger? I reckon.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah.
Messenger. And I go, That's right. Yes. So that's awesome. And so the local saying, hey, what you're doing is good. And I really think that the option to bring kids in is something that's going to be, that'll be a clincher for a lot of people, that, you know, a lot of young mums. And I think, you know, whether they do or don't is irrelevant, but just having that opportunity to be able to bring them in and have a child-friendly, fun-friendly, people-friendly gathering that's really appealing, because, you know, there are so many groups around where it is very formal and it's very structured, and, you know, and I think for me it's just I'd prefer the more organic, you know, just sort of group huggy type thing.
Yeah. And I always, every month that we have, every month when I have the catch-ups, I always tell the ladies, this is your time, this is your business, so you do what you need to do with this time. And I think that's really important. It gives control back to everyone else to run it the way that they want to.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So Roy's saying it's 10:24 p.m. there. I thought it would be much later, but there you go. So cool. So Eve, I'll wrap it up now. But is there any final words? Have you got a link? Because I think perhaps popping a link in the comments to your group. So now I do have to ask, is it exclusively for women in Adelaide, or can the online group be for more than, I mean, it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah. I'm happy for it to expand outside of Adelaide. I think I made it for Adelaide to begin with, because it was all the catch-ups. It was about catching up in person. But, yeah, it is open to anyone and everyone.
Yeah. And so there, I know with us, with the Women in Business Adelaide, the criteria is, you know, you must be a woman and you must be in business.
Yes.
So, but we do have people from right across the world, really, as well. And even though the physical catch-ups will be, you're way ahead of us there, but that's so cool, because, you know, you said there's lots of stuff and there's opportunity for lots of things to happen, and there's room for everybody. But you could, you know, you just don't know where it's going to end up, really, do you?
Exactly.
And I think getting the exposure through a platform like Facebook, and it's actually how I was probably more now. I did start out using Meetup, but now it's more Facebook. See, it's much more of a organic thing. So you get an invite to a Meetup, and that sits in your email.
Okay.
And it doesn't, like, if you don't look at it again, you forget about it. And I'm not on my emails 20 minutes, you know, like I'm in Facebook Messenger.
I know, I live on Facebook Messenger and Facebook at the moment. Yeah. It's crazy how the times have changed, though, isn't it?
I know, because it's like, if you've got an event and you want to bring attention to the event, if you're in Meetup, you actually have to send out another, I mean, I'm not dissing the platform, it's a great platform, stuff organised, but for reminding people, because I'm going to your event, and you put a post in the discussion section in the event, and I get a notification, and that brings it front of mind again.
Yeah.
You can do live. You can actually go live in the event itself. So if you wanted to, you know, we could, you know, sort of do a little live thing in the event and go, you know, this is, you know, so a little tester on what's coming for the next Ladies Connect, and then people go, oh, that's right, yeah, that's happening, and if they're online and the notification pops up, they're more likely just to pop over there and have a look, or even if they don't, it brings it to that's right, Adelaide Ladies Connect. I remember that the next one, because that comes up. So there's lots of stuff that you can do using the platform, the Facebook platform, to keep your event front of mind, and even with your group as well, to, like I said, engage your group and get ladies connected and collaborating. I look forward to that. So maybe we can have a little brainstorm because, you know,
I think
like
so.
totally an ideas person who just goes like
Yeah.
having a hat on Red Bull, you know. and then I used to work in
Brilliant.
government and they were nowhere near ready for me. So
They're a bit of shock for them.
a bit of a shock. So thank you so much, Eve. It has
Thank
been
you
a
so
pleasure. I really do appreciate your patience and perseverance to keep smiling and just keep, you know, coming back in, and just, even though we've run over time and run late, but, you know, we're here, we've done it. So I get you now to share again. What I'll do is I'll delete the original one and we'll just share this one out. And so
Sure.
while we have as many people on live as what we perhaps could have, they'll get to see the replays.
Yeah, that sounds fabulous.
Thank you so much, Eve. It's been a
Thank you so
pleasure.
much for having me. Thank you. See ya. Bye.
Okay, and that was Eve. Now, let me see. Baruka. Yes, yes, she's down there. Eve Baruka, thank you so much for joining me, talking about Adelaide Ladies Connect. Remember, Eve, to pop the link to the group. I was going to say page. Pop the link to the group in the comment section below, and people can click on there and come over and meet Eve themselves. And I'm in the group as well. And there's over 100 lovely women that you can hang out with. So this was brought to you on the BeLive.tv platform, and I think I know that they've just done some updates on it, so it could be why there's been the technical glitches. But whenever I get these technical glitches, I figure it's nothing to get alarmed about, nothing to get upset about. And the ultimate thing is just to be grateful that we have this opportunity and we have this platform to connect like we've never, ever had ever before. So this is like pretty awesome stuff. So to BeLive TV, if you want to check them out, just have a look, and the link's up above, and you will be able to get yourself a 14-day free trial of the platform. Run your own shows. That's the way it's going. Opportunity abounds right now for you if you want some training in how to use the platform to the best advantage. Up above also there is a Google link. It says access to the Younique course that's run by Tina and Stephen, and there's also a BeLive Facebook group called BeLivers group. There's a link up there as well for that. Mentoring program information up there too. On that note, it's Adaire Palmer. I do look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 3 on BeLive in 5. Bye for now.